Don't go. Please don't go.
Tears in her eyes. You're a massive Corrie fan, aren't you?
What are we going to do without you,
Oh,
Liz?
well, I'm there for a little while. I'm there till probably the summer, and then I'm going.
So why now, Liz? 30 years. You know, I know you've had a couple of breaks, but not really. But
Yes.
I'd called you Liz. I always do that.
Don't worry, I'm
You're
used to it.
I know. Why now? What, something happened? Have you just thought storylines have run out? Or...
Well, I went back on stage again. Coronation Street were kind enough to give me a break earlier in the year. And I did the Rocky Horror Show in January, and I was the first female narrator, which I absolutely loved doing. And then I took September off to do a play, The Thunder Girls. And most producers in this business are male. And they all said, no, women over 40 are past their sell-by date. We don't want... They really did. And it took us nearly 20 years to get the play on. And we eventually got it on. We sold out. We broke all box office records at the Lowry Theatre. And it was in such massive demand. Honestly, we couldn't believe it. We got 3 standing ovations each performance. People were leaving after a matinee and saying, I'm coming back again tonight to see it, but they couldn't because it was sold out. And so we're doing it again.
So, but listen, obviously that's something very exciting and you can go into and can talk a bit more about that, but you've just left Corrie. I mean, you've got tears in your eyes because you're such a big fan.
It's funny, she's been a huge part. I mean, it's a massive story.
Yeah,
I know.
But you're friends on Corrie.
Yeah,
Have you they're going to find out now, aren't they? You haven't told them.
No, I told some of them last night. Like Simon, who plays my son, and Kate Ford, who plays Tracy and everything. We work so closely together. They knew anyway.
How did they react when you told them?
Oh, they're really sad. But we'll still see each other, you know, we see each other. Simon and I, and me and John, my husband, and Simon and Emma's wife, we do get drunk quite often.
Do you really?
Why am I not surprised? Yes, indeed. But I'm not telling you any more than that.
But yeah, texting you this morning.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, they have, and last night as well.
But please tell me that when I mean, obviously you don't know how she's going to leave, do you? Because
No,
they're not
I
going
don't
to tell
know
you.
yet.
You've no say, have you, really?
Well,
but I hope they don't kill you.
Well, I did think, because it's 60... I've been in it 30 years, but Coronation Street is 60 next year, and I thought they're going to kill me.
No.
They'll kill me.
Do you think they're
No,
not?
they're not.
They're
They
not.
said they're not, but they said, and I don't know what it is yet, truly I don't, but they said she will go with a bang. So I'm quite looking forward to that.
So
But
after 30 years, is there any mementos that you're going to take?
I certainly won't be stealing her clothes. Yeah.
Shiny leggings, the skin tight one.
Wait till you see her Christmas Day outfit. Oh, my goodness, it's the worst thing I've ever seen.
I like necklaces very much. And you do wear some lovely necklaces.
Yeah, she's good, but she
What about that
puts them-
zigzag you're going to take?
Yeah. I'll steal the zigzag because every time it breaks, they have to get me another one because everybody writes to me about
That's the iconic one. But in terms of, I mean, 30 years... You're like part of people's family, extended family. They switch it on and it's like, you know, sometimes you're reflecting people's own lives. What's been your highlights, your favourite moments?
I think maybe my favourite time in it was working with Bet and Alec and Jack and Vera, and those scenes were amazing. I mean, Julie Goodyear, I couldn't look at it without laughing. I nearly got sacked 4 times working with her because she just made me laugh so much. She trained me in the Rovers, you see. She was amazing. And working with Simon Gregson as well. Yeah. Again, we
and
can't...
Charlie Lawson.
Charlie.
And do you think they might bring the family
so
back
hope so.
together?
I
at
really
McDonald's
hope
for your
so.
exit story, possibly.
Yeah, I do hope they do, but as actors, we have no say in that at all. But I felt I had to go because, as I said earlier on in the year, I'm 62 years old, and I was doing 3...
She looks amazing, somebody said.
Yes. Thank you very much. I've been standing on my head on the train all the way down.
Would you ever go back, though? Do you think people could encourage you to go back, or you might talk to the producers or something?
I mean, I would never say never, but I'm 62. Earlier in the year, I was doing 3 jobs at the same time. And people say, well, you know, there's no work for women in this industry. We have to make our own, don't we? And we have to prove to everybody that we can do it, and that's what we've done.
But you don't want to retire anyway. You want to keep
I'd
busy.
never retire, no, because you get a script and you suddenly think, oh, my goodness, this is amazing. I want to bring this role to life, you know.
And also, it must feel incredibly different now that obviously Anne Kirkbride isn't there because she was such a part of your time at Corrie. And do you think that's kind of made you think differently as well?
I think it does make you realise that life can be too short. And we were great friends on screen, but off screen as well.
Yeah.
We, you know, I have a place in Spain and Annie had a place in the same village. And, you know, we adored working together. But we did.
Well, you might have.
We... She didn't know her lines, but I have to tell you, we're going on the road and she's coming with us.
You must be used to her. Did she have a little rants when you worked together?
She's a nightmare to work with. She's just the opposite, actually. Honestly, when they sort of started talking about the tour of Thunder Girls, and we're going everywhere. We're doing Wales, Scotland, England, all over the place. And I said, is Coleen doing it? And they said, oh, well, we're not sure she wants to. Anyway, I've persuaded her. She is doing it.
But the rapport between you two, because you and I went to see it, and the rapport between you two on stage is fantastic because you just go into ad lib if something goes wrong. Your mic wasn't working. We can't look at
each other. There's no eye contact between me and Bev.
But there were lots of moments. It was interesting for us because there were so many moments where it was just Coleen. It was just Coleen being Coleen. It didn't feel like you were acting.
I was acting.
Well, no, you were.
It's because she's so natural.
That's
so natural.
But it was interesting to see for more mature women, should we say, you know, taking leads, you know, in a... Well, no, you know what I mean.
Yeah, we've got that to age,
But what
Yeah, we're not mature at all.
No, you're not mature.
We might have looked it,
No,
but we're not.
You're right. It is. It's unusual to see 4 women.
It is indeed.
Experienced women with a life story. I mean, for us, I think it's like the ultimate girls' night out. Going to watch the worst girls' night in, like literally the girls' night in from hell. And watching you guys on there, but it does come back to all your life experience, and I think women. You lose your inhibitions as you get older. You just say it as it is.
Women who are younger, of course, they've got so much to offer, but they couldn't have played these roles because they wouldn't have had the life experience.
Well, it would have been believable.
And each age has got something to offer. Haven't they?
I tell you what I found interesting, though, when we first started, because obviously it was real. I'd never, ever done it before, and I'd never learnt lines to that degree and all that. But talking to you and Carol, actually, at the time, was how... Because I remember I said to you, well, you'll just fly through these lines because you're used to it. But you said, no, it's completely different because
different part
in
of
Corrie,
the brain.
you're kind of learning them to do them the next day and then they're gone. I found that really fascinating.
In a soap, because it's so fast, you sort of learn it. And if they said to you, you're going to have to reshoot this scene that you did 2 weeks ago, you've completely forgotten it because you filed it in the bin. But I can remember plays that I did 30 years ago. You know, it's the weirdest thing.
The same
it's
thing
just
over
a
and
discipline, I suppose.
It is,
from television and the stage.
Completely. Because I think you would go on overload. I mean, imagine Bill Roach.
Yeah.
He'd be packed, wouldn't he? Completely. So you just sort of learn to sift through it.
I don't think he would ever leave, would he? I mean, how many years has he been there now?
Well, next year it's 60.
60 from the very beginning.
He's been in it since the first episode.
I think he's the only cast member. He's been there from day one.
Has he?
Extraordinary.
He doesn't look like he's aged at all, does
He's
he?
amazing.
He looks incredible.
He is amazing. Because I always thought Liz should have gone there, you know, but she couldn't because Deirdre was married to him.
There's always
one of the few
she didn't. Who knows? He might have been a perfect man.
I know.
You never know.
Missed it now.
You'll never know now.
Next year.
So next year I'm going on tour with Coleen instead.
What a laugh. Oh, do come and see us.